All right, let's see if we can figure out what the question behind my head is asking. ¿Cómo se llaman tus mascotas? What are we asking? ¿Cómo se llaman tus mascotas? And here's a clue. If you look under the picture, mi gata, yeah, good, Elizabeth. Mi gata se llama Leia. This was her selfie, by the way. Okay, mi gata se llama Leia. Sí, ¿cómo se llaman tus mascotas? Just pop it in the chat. Very good, Elizabeth. Hola, Akari. Haley, ¿cómo estás? ¿Estás bien? ¿Cómo se llaman tus mascotas? What are we asking? Pop your answers in the chat, or you can unmute if you like. Hola, Marlisa. Hola, Marlisa. ¿Cómo se llaman tus mascotas? Mi gatita se llama Leia y tiene 10 años. Mi gata tiene 10 años. ¿Sí? Es de pelo negro. She has black hair, huh? Pelo negro. Tiene pelo negro. ¿Sí? James, Haley, come on, you guys, pop it in the chat. Por favor, ¿cómo se llaman tus mascotas? Let me know you're awake. Buenos días, Oriana. Melanie, buenos días. Carlin, buenos días. Okay, clase, what do you think we're asking up here? ¿Cómo se llaman tus mascotas? ¿Cómo se llaman? What are we asking you? Mi gata se llama Leia, mi gatita. Ah, Mr. Crab, I love that. Okay, bueno, mi gatita se llama Leia, ¿sí? Tiene 10 años, she's 10. Y tiene pelo negro, right? She's got black hair. See? ¿Cómo se llaman tus mascotas? What are we asking you guys? Buenos días, Ley. Buenos días, Carolina. Bonnie. Ah, muy bien. Bonnie. I like that. Bonnie, Scottish for pretty, right? Like bonita or bonito. Yeah. Bonnie. I like that. Anybody else? ¿Cómo se llaman tus mascotas? What are we asking? Heaven, buenos días, Carolina. Hola, Stacy. Come on, you guys, in the chat. Let me hear from you this morning. Wakey, wakey. It can't get easier than that. What do you think we're asking? ¿Cómo se llaman? Pancha. Ooh, I love that. Pancha. Ooh, pancha, pancha, right? Muy bien. Sí, names of what? También, Heaven? Leia? See? See, here's your hint here. Mi gata se llama Leia. Mi gatita, see? My cat's name is Leia. Heaven? ¿Cómo se llaman tus mascotas? What are mascotas? Our pets. Very good, Melanie. What are your pets' names? ¿Cómo se llaman tus mascotas? What are your pets' names? Pop them in the chat. Buenos días, Arshus. Sí. I know you guys have pets. You told me so the other day. ¿Cómo se llaman? What are their names? I love that, James. That's cool. Anybody else? ¿Cómo se llaman? Akari, you have pets? ¿Tienes mascotas, Akari? You have pets? That's okay. Kevin, ¿cómo se llaman? Cleo, Baloo, Creamy, Mary. Very nice. I love that. Anybody else? Lily, Murphy. Wow, look at all those pets. Holly, Sunny, Eleanor, Phoebe, and Reggie. Wow. Un gato y cuatro perros. Woohoo. Anybody else? What's your pets' names, you guys? I know you all have pets. Priscilla, you have pets? No? Okay. Oriana, you have a pet? Otis. I like that. Otis. Oriana, you have pets? ¿Tienes mascotas? Yes or no? Oriana, can you hear me? Okay. Muy bien. All right, you guys. Bueno, so what are we doing today, right? So you guys, my cat, rather, her name is Leia. Yeah. Tiene 10 años. She's 10, right? And this is her selfie. So you know how I took this picture? I put my phone at her feet, right? And then as soon as she looked down, I snapped the picture. So that's her selfie. Yeah. Okay, so let's see what we're doing today. What are we doing? What are we doing? Here comes Aslan. Okay. All right, you guys. Hoy es jueves. El 16 octubre is the 16th. Vamos a practicar el vocabulario de la familia. So if you were not here the other day for class, we started looking at our family vocabulary. We did a little quizzes activity on our family, aunts, uncles, brothers. We started a family tree kind of a thing in Canva. Although, remember you guys, last class, we had all that Canva issue, right? We couldn't get in and stuff like that. So we'll revisit that just a little bit today. So to warm us up, I have a little song, okay? And let's see if I can get it started. So especially if you weren't here, and I'm hoping this works, this will warm us up. So make sure that you can hear the video, make sure that you can see the video, por favor. Here we go.
Los miembros de la familia. Abuela. Abuelo. Madre. Padre. Hijo. Hija. Hermano. Hermana. Tía. Tío. Prima. Primo. Novio. Novia.
Okay, so let's take a look at this. Make sure that you can see the screen. If we start up at the top, let's just go from top down. We have abuela and abuelo. So who can tell me what is, ¿qué es una abuela o un abuelo? What are they? What is that? ¿Qué quiere decir?
A grandma
Abuelo?
and a grandpa.
Grandma, grandpa. Muy bien. Okay, so who remembers then if we want to say grandparents? What do we have to do? What do we have to think about? What's our word for grandparents? Very good, Heaven. So we say los abuelos, right? So basically we take the word el abuelo, the grandfather, and we have to make it plural to say grandparents. And remember in Spanish, we talked about like our default, our starting point, you guys, is always going to be masculine and singular. And when we're talking about like grandparents, where we have a male and a female, right? We use the masculine and plural. So los abuelos is grandparents. So grandma and grandpa together. Okay. Muy bien. Madre y padre, you guys, what are they? Madre y padre. What, ¿qué quiere decir? Mom and dad. Muy bien. Or mother and father, right? And so what if we wanted to say parents? What do we do? What do we do? Feel free to unmute or just pop it in the chat. What do we do? How do we say parents? Very good, Marilisa. Good, Heaven. Anyone else? Feel free to unmute. What do we do for parents? If the rule is you take the masculine, yeah, and you make it plural, then what would we do? If padre is the masculine, then we would say los padres, right? That would be parents, right? We take our dad, the word for father, and we just make it plural, los padres, okay? Always masculine, right? Always masculine. So if padre is father, los padres. Okay. Who remembers over here, you guys? ¿Qué son una tía y un tío? What is a tía and a tío? What are they? How are they related to us? Good, Heaven.
Uncle and an aunt.
Very good. Aunt and uncle. Muy bien. Tía, aunt, tío, uncle. So again, if in English, you know, what is our word? Like, oh, my aunts and uncles came over. That's so hard in English, huh? My aunts and uncles came over. Okay. What is it in Spanish? So much easier in Spanish. How would we say aunts and uncles together? Good, Elizabeth. Very good, Melissa. Nikki, how would we do it? Akari, I want to hear from you. Haley, Arshus, what do you say? How do we say my aunts and uncles, right? Together. What do we do? Good, Arshus. Aslan, Lay, Stacy. Right. You guys are all right. Muy bien. So we take tío, uncle, and we just make it plural. Los tíos. And then we have one simple word for like aunts and uncles, right? That doesn't exist in English, right? That's a great thing. All right. How about down here? Primo, or rather prima y primo. So who are they? Who are they, you guys? What's a prima? ¿Qué es una prima? Sí. Anyone else? Pop it in the chat. Sí, muy bien. Cousin, right? It's a cousin. So once again, if we were talking about our cousins, right, Dallas? If we're talking about our cousins, it would be los primos, right? Los primos, right? Okay. So remember, you guys, when we're looking at a family tree, that our lines sort of connect us and how we're related, right? So if we come down here, we have hijo and hija. So what is that word, hijo and hija? It can mean all kinds of things. Do we remember all the things it can mean, hijo and hija? You can unmute, you guys, pop it in the chat, whichever. What's an hijo or an hija? Okay, yeah, good. It can be a son and a daughter, like a young son and daughter, right? What else? Hijo and hija. What else can those words mean? Can they mean like little kid, like my little kid, right? Like my son, my daughter. Okay, muy bien. My children would be what then? Or the children can be what then? The children. Boys and girls. What word would that be? Very good. Los hijos, right? The children. Okay. And then, and somebody already beat me to it in the chat. What is an hermano or an hermana? ¿Qué quiere decir? What does that mean? Hermano, brother and sister. Muy bien. So if we want to say siblings, what do we do? What do we do for siblings? Los hermanos. Good job. Los hermanos. Okay. Now, there's a couple of words over here that I didn't put on our vocab list. Novio y novia. They're holding hands. So what do you think a novio or a novia can be? A couple, yes. A boyfriend, a girlfriend, a partner, whatever. Absolutely. A couple. Sí, novio y novia. Okay. Muy bien. All right, let's finish this up. Good job, you guys. Good remembering.
Los miembros de la familia. Abuela. Abuelo. Madre. Padre. Hijo. Hija. Hermana. Hermano. Tía. Tío. Prima. Primo. Novio. Novia. Los miembros de la familia.
Muy bien. Okay, pero, clase, mascotas, right? Mascotas son miembros de la familia también, right? Aren't pets family members too? See? All right, so who remembers, pop it in the chat or you can unmute, clase. Un perro. ¿Qué es un perro? What was un perro? Do you remember that word, what it meant? See, pop it in the chat. Muy bien. Perro, dog. Muy bien, dog. Okay. We had gato in our warm-up this morning, so we know that's cat. How about un pájaro? Un pájaro. Do y'all remember that word? ¿Qué es un pájaro? Good, Marilisa. Pop it in the chat, you guys. Un pájaro. If you remember, a bird. Sí, muy bien, a bird. I forget even what other we had. Cat, dog, bird. What other animal did we have in our list? Don't remember? Cat, dog, bird. Oh, fish. Absolutely, fish. See, so anybody remember the word for fish? Un pez. Muy bien. Un pez or peces, if you have more than one. Most folks have more than one, right? Los peces. Okay, good job. Some of us have turtles, tortugas, right? Some of us have bunnies. Somebody said they had a bunny, un conejo, right? Un conejo is a bunny. All right, muy bien. So let's practice today. I have for us a quick Gimkit. Y'all like Gimkit today? Yeah? See? I hope so. Okay, so we're going to practice with Gimkit and then I will show you what we're going to do with it. Okay, let's vote. How about it? How about we vote? So tell me A, B, or C. Check out my screen, clase. Humans versus zombies, one way out, or apocalypse. A, B, or C. Majority wins. A, B, or C. Zombies, one way out, or apocalypse. A, B, or C. James, I get you. Come on, I want to get a vote from everyone. James is like overvoting. So we need to balance that out. I need one more vote so we get a majority. All right, so the one vote, humans versus zombies. That's it. Okay. You don't want to clap. You want to clap? Let's make this 15. So you're going to see me on there. Remember, I'm not playing because that wouldn't be fair, right? So here's your link in the chat. All right, everybody needs to be in our GIM kit, you guys. Everybody needs to be in our GIM kit. Be the last to survive. Everybody needs to join in. It's one way for us to practice our words. Link should be in the chat. Aslin, you need to click on the link in the chat. Lay, you need to click on the link in the chat. Okay, guys. All right, so there's your teams. Okay, if we should have a couple of folks joining late, which is fine. Okay, so who's human? We've got more humans than we have zombies, right? Okay, let's see what y'all can do. Ready, set? Uno, dos, tres. Ándale. Hey, good job, you guys. Ooh, who's gonna win this, you guys? Humans winning? Come on, zombies. All right, let's try to win this. We got one more minute. One more minute. All right, one last push, you guys. All right, let's get it finished up. All right. I think that's our Gimkit limit for the day. I'm going to close it out, you guys. All right. Let's stop there so we have time to do our other things today. Good job, you guys. That was like, whew, no real winner, right? Go ahead and back out of Gimkit. Go ahead and back out. Good job. Nobody won, right? Nobody won. Okay. Yep. Let's close out. I still see some of you in. Let's close that out. Bueno. All right. So here's our next thing. We're going to talk about, so we know who the people are, right? We know tío, tía, primo, prima, et cetera, et cetera. What we need to figure out, you guys, is how they're related. How do we say that, Mary is, Bob's daughter, right? Or something like that. That's what we need to focus on, okay? We need to be able to express how folks are related. So I'm going to pull up some family tree examples, okay? And we're going to kind of try to practice with these. And I'm going to ask you to tell me what you hear, okay, to start with, okay? All right, so take a look at my screen. Okay. And again, our goal is to be able to identify how folks are related. So notice their names, right? Notice who's related to who, now that we know how to read these, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. All right. So let me go one more. Okay. So cierto o falso. So true or false? True or false? Emma es la madre de Andy. So make sure that you can see my Zoom screen. Emma es la madre de Andy. So all you need to do is give me a thumbs up or not a thumbs up. Okay. All right. You can give me an electronic thumbs up or a chat thumbs up or a real thumbs up. Okay. Muy bien. Elizabeth, see? Akari, I want to hear from everyone. Heaven, muy bien. Dallas, what do you say? Emma es la madre de Andy. Thank you, Arshas. Priscilla, Nikki, Haley. Thank you. Okay. Yes. So remember that we have to go by like let's see, Emma, right? Es la madre de Andy over here. And remember that we need to follow the lineage, right? The line. Okay. That's that in case you're confused. Good, Melanie. Right. That's how we do it. So you guys are answer. Cierto. Okay. True. Muy bien. All right. Let's try this next one. Emma, let me erase my mess here. Emma es la esposa de Dan. Okay, another way would be Emma es la mujer de Dan. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. ¿Cierto o falso? Emma es la esposa de Dan. Yeah, Elizabeth, Carolina, what do you say? Lay, Aslan, Dallas, Stacy, Nikki, James, Akari. ¿Qué piensas? Okay. Vemos, okay, cierto. Emma, right? Es la esposa de Dan, right? They're married, Emma and Dan, right? Emma is the spouse of Dan. Now, here's what we need to kind of pay attention to, okay? Look at the sentence that we have up there in Spanish. Emma es la esposa de Dan, okay? So in English, what's another, would we say, you guys, Emma is the wife of Dan? What would we say instead in good English? Somebody unmute, it'll be faster. How do we say that Emma?
Dan's wife.
Yeah, we say Emma is Dan's wife. Okay, so I'm going to try to put that in here because we need to be able to see it, right? Emma is Dan's wife. Okay, that's how we would say it in English. And we have this apostrophe S over here, right? That kind of shows us like relationship or possession, right? It's Dan's wife. In Spanish, there is no apostrophe S. Okay, the apostrophe S, you guys, is replaced by the word they. Okay, let me say it again. In Spanish, there is no apostrophe S, right? It is replaced by the word they. So if we look at this sentence, Emma is the spouse of Dan. That's how it has to be. You have relationship, being the spouse, then the word they, and then whoever they're related to or how they're related to. Okay. Everybody clear about that? There is no apostrophe S. The apostrophe S is replaced by the word they. So as we do a couple more of these slides, I want you to try and pay attention to that. Okay. All right. Let's do a few more. Okay. Bueno. Okay. Cierto o falso. Now let's look at this one. Tom. Let's find Tom. Es el tío de Sarah, John y Laura. Tom es el tío de Sarah, John y Laura. Cierto o falso? True or false? Thumbs up, thumbs down. You can put a T, you can put an F, or whatever you want to do in the chat. Tom es el tío de Sarah, John y Laura. Okay, you guys are telling me that it's falso. Falso. So here's my question. Okay, escuchen, listen carefully, escuchen. ¿Quién, clase? ¿Quién es Tom? Okay, Tom's not the uncle. ¿Quién es Tom? What is quién? See, what is quién? Who? Very good. So who is Tom, clase? Who is Tom? ¿Quién es Tom? Tom es, clase? How do we say dad? How do we say dad? Sí, clase. Tom. Muy bien, muy bien, muy bien. Okay, escúchame, listen carefully. Tom no es el tío de Sarah, John y Laura. Tom es el padre de Sarah, John y Laura. Okay? All right, muy bien. Let's do a few more here. Okay, cierto o falso. Nina es la abuela de Katie. True or false? ¿Cierto o falso? Nina es la abuela de Katie. True or false? Thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you want to tell me, clase. Akari, I'd like to hear from you. Aslan, Lay. True or false, you guys? Good, Melanie. Good, Marilisa. Oriana, yes, muy bien. Okay, so let's figure it out. Good, Priscilla. So Nina's over here, right? This yeah, I got you. This is Nina, this gal here. So we got to follow the lines. Okay. And here's Katie. So is Nina, what's an abuela? Okay, Aslan. What's an abuela, clase? ¿Qué es una abuela? A grandma. Okay, so true or false, cierto o falso. Nina es la abuela de Katie? No. Nina es ¿quién? Who is Nina? ¿Quién es Nina? ¿Quién es Nina? Nina es la, let's correct it. En español, por supuesto. Sí, Marilisa. Nina, clase, no es la abuela de Katie, es la hermana de Katie, right? Es la hermana de Katie. Okay, all right, let's do one more. Okay. Cierto o falso, Nina y Katie son las primas de Liz y Tom. Cierto o falso? Arsha says falso. James, what are you saying? Heaven says falso. Oh, Marilisa, you say cierto. Okay. Oh, you change. Okay, falso. All right. Anybody else? Melanie? Stacy? Carolina? Elizabeth? Muy bien. Okay. So, falso, right? Nina y Katie no son las primas, right? No son las primas. They are, we didn't have that word on our list, nietos, right? That's okay, as long as we know they're not. So here's my question. ¿Quién, clase, quién son los primos de Nina y Katie? I'll say it again. ¿Quién son los primos de Nina y Katie? What am I asking? What am I asking? Yes, very good, Marilisa. Who are the cousins of Nina and Katie? Muy bien. Right? So los primos de Nina y Katie son Sarah, John, y Laura. Okay. So notice you guys always they when we're giving relationship. Okay. All right. Any questions? Good job. You guys did a good job. That was hard to navigate for your first time. Very good. Good job. Okay. Let's switch gears, or let me switch gears and here real quick. And I'll tell you what our next best thing is. Let me get over to Canvas. Let's see, my Canvas is so jumpy today. Give me a minute. Come on, Canvas. Have you guys had a slow Canvas day today? So yeah, you too. So listen to this, you guys. Remember on Tuesday, we could not get into Canva. Remember that? Or some of us, like it was not working for us. And then yesterday, didn't you guys have trouble with Clever? Like Clever was down for a minute. Yeah. Now today, you know what's not working? Infinite Campus, where we take attendance. That's down right now, and they're trying to fix it. And then Canvas is just being goofy too. So it's like every day this week we've had a little thing, right? We've had a little thing every day this week. Okay. All right. So give me a second here. All right. Can you try to get into Canvas and refresh your screen? I'm going to try to put in my student view, see if that'll happen. Let's see where you guys are at. Okay, meet me in Canvas. Okay, Marilisa, is it not coming up for you? Okay, so I need everybody to listen because I'm gonna kind of change up my instructions. Okay, so listen carefully. The very last thing that you should see in our unit is an infographic. You'll see the infographic. So go ahead and click on the infographic. It's the very last thing in our module. Remember, when we work in our modules, we always start up at the top and work our way down, okay? So it should be the very last thing. Everybody there? Let's see. Yeah, most of us. Stacy, the very last thing where it says infographic. Heaven, we're not doing that yet. We're in the infographic. Infographic. Oriana, in the infographic. Okay. Very last thing in our module. So this, you guys, is kind of a reading activity for us. We're going to use this as a reading activity. Okay. And yes, Ashlyn, I get it. And so, right, everybody should be in this infographic. So let's take a look at it together. Okay. And you should be able to see it on your screen as well, because you need to see it kind of bigger, right? So give me a thumbs up if y'all can see your infographic on your screen, like large enough to read is my question. Large enough to read. Can you read it? Okay. I think on the safe side, I'll try to just right. Okay, everybody give me a thumbs up. Everybody can read it. Melanie says yes. Arsha says yes. Who else? Can y'all see it? It's large enough for you to see. Carolina, Haley, James. Okay, bueno. So let's take a look at the first slide. And it says La Familia Mexicana. Now notice, you guys, this is all in Spanish. And that's fine, because remember our tool of looking for cognates, right? So first of all, what is the subject matter here? What's the subject matter, you guys, of this Familia Mexicana? What does that mean? What does that mean? What is the subject of this infographic? Heaven, can you tell us? What is all this information about? Evan, can y'all hear me? What is this information about? La Familia Mexicana. What does that mean? Who can tell me? You can pop it in the chat. Yeah. So the Mexican family, right? So basically families in Mexico. So we have percentages, right? So this is like somebody did a poll, right? Somebody did a survey. Okay. And of in Mexico. And then they figured out all of this information. So what we see in orange are like this, the questions that were asked, right? So our first question is like, let's see what words we can recognize. From 0 to 10, de 0 a 10, ¿qué tan importantes es en su vida? So importantes. What is that word importantes, you guys? What do you think it means?
Important.
Yeah, so what is important? What is important? Right? What is important to them? So then they have política, amigos, religión, trabajo, right? So we know política, politics or the government, amigos, friends, religión, religion. So what do you think trabajo is? Trabajo.
Jobs.
Jobs. Very good. Jobs. Okay. And then let's look over here at this one. Las familias en México están menos unidos or unidas, igual o más unidas. So what do you think unida or unido means? What does it look like? What could it be? Families in Mexico are, what is unido or unida? What do you think? What's a guess? United. Very good. United. So menos, remember when we did our numbers, we said menos was less, so less united than before. As united as before, or more united than before together. Very good. Okay. Right. So take a look at this, see what you can figure out in terms of meaning. I'm going to give you guys a minute to just look at it. What words do you recognize, etc. And I'm going to try to ask you some questions. Okay, just take a look at it. All right, first of all, tell me if this is true or false based on what you think you see. 28 million Mexican families have one child. Is that true or false based on what you see? We have a lot of true false today. What do you think? 28 million Mexican families have one child. Think that's true or false based on what you see there? Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. Anybody else find the answer? What do you think? We're just practicing kind of reading, right, you guys? What can we pick up here? Okay, you guys are telling me false. Okay, bueno, good job. All right, let's try to find another answer to this, true or false. Okay, find the area that talks about like there's like 7 most common family scenarios. Okay. Can you tell me which one is the most common family scenario in Mexico? Is it a single mother, a single father, a whole family? What can you pick out there? Which is the most common family arrangement? Just pop it in the chat, you guys. Again, remember, we're just practicing, right? You may have to look at slide 2, right? What do you think? What is the most common family arrangement in Mexico based on the info that we have? Okay. Evan, thank you. Anyone else? Okay, Arshus, good. Okay, I'm going to share this. I'm going to try and help us out. So take a look. This was on the second slide. Okay. This is 70.9% of parents, padres, e hijos, parents and children, right? So 71% of families in Mexico, right, are parents and their children. So that's going to be the most common. It's the largest number. And so we call them nuclear families, right? 70.9% are nuclear families. Okay. All right, I'm gonna stop sharing. Let's try one more. That was a hard one. These are hard. I'm not pretending they're not. Okay, you guys, and this is all just practice for us. Okay. All right, one more question. From true or false? From 1980 to 2013 in Mexico, divorce rates have decreased. Is that true or false? See if you can find that answer for me. Divorce rates have decreased from 1980 to 2013 in Mexico. Is that true or false? Divorce rates have decreased. Is that true or false? True or false? What do you guess? What can you figure out? We're doing the infographic. We're just trying to answer some questions, trying to practice cognate recognition, seeing what we can figure out. Yeah, it's in Canvas. Can you figure out, what do you think? Is it true or false? True or false? It's hard to figure, right? They have not decreased. They have increased, right? Yes. And that's basically that same number, 70.9%. Yeah. Is right. Less. Absolutely right. Okay. Muy bien. That was hard. Okay. I'm going to leave that in because we might visit that again. I'm going to leave that in Canvas for you. We might visit that again and see if we can, as we work through some more vocab, if we can go back and do a little more interpretive reading. Okay. Because it's a hard thing, a hard skill to learn. Okay. And it's no big deal. You guys did a good job the first time. Okay. Here's what we're going to do for the remainder of the hour, which I think we have roughly 10 minutes. I still need the family tree for most of you. Okay. You guys were supposed to pick a family tree in Canva. and label it, right? What do they mean in English? What do they mean in Spanish? Because we don't have a guided notes list, okay? So we still need to do that. Some of you still have not turned in your Dia de los Muertos. And so we need to do that. And then I have put in a vocab practice for our family vocab in Canvas. So I'm waiting on my computer and then I'll share my screen. Somehow I need to take attendance too. Okay, here's my screen. All right, take a look at my Zoom screen. Por favor, here's our vocab slides if you were absent. Here's our family tree activity. And then this is the one that I just put in. Notice the point value. Okay, so you have an image of a family tree here. And you have 3 groups of questions. So, ¿quién es el papá de Marta? Right? Who is Martha's dad? And then you just pick based on the image. Okay, question set number 2, same thing. And question set number 3 is the name of the person. You're just figuring out who they are. Okay. So you have 3 things that you guys can be working on. Your family tree that's labeled in Spanish. Some of you still, like I said, have not completed your web quest in, oh, I need to get out of this, in for the Dia de los Muertos. So you need to get that done. And then we have this vocab practice activity here. The web quest for the Dia de los Muertos is in that module. There's a module for Dia de los Muertos down here. Oh, my screen. Come on, screen. All right, here's the Dia de los Muertos. Here's the web quest, right? So if you didn't get that turned in, you guys need to do that as well. Okay. All right, questions about what we're doing. Today was hard. You guys did a good job. A little of this, a little of that. Exploring. I will leave up here on my screen what it is y'all can be working on, what y'all need to be working on, so that you'll know where to find it. If you have a question, let me know. Yeah, so Melanie, in the in the instructions, it's a good question. You should see a link in the instructions. I don't know if you can see my Zoom screen, Melanie. Does that open for you? Okay, perfect. James, you doing all right? See if I can take attendance. No. Okay. Let's see who's here and who, yay, it's working. Don't sign out, you guys, because I haven't been able to take attendance since it was down. So don't sign out until I say we've done it. Okay, to the end of the hour. So what you're going to need to do, Marilisa, is you need to go to the assignment in Canvas. You'll need to download it. If you did it in Canva, right, you'll need to like download it onto your computer. And then you'll go back to Canva or Canvas. I'm sorry, at least if you can see my screen. And you're going to upload it here. Okay. So once you're finished with it in Canva, you'll download it and then you'll come to Canvas, click on the assignment and then upload it here. Did you turn in your Dia de los Muertos, Aslan? The web quest on Dia de los Muertos. Okay. You can go to Canvas and grades and see if you're missing anything for you to work on. Or check out the VHL. Let me know if you need help with that. Did you turn in the family tree? Did you upload it here, Aslan? So we have a minute left, you guys. Let me know if you have any questions, how to turn something in or whatever. Okay, good. Okay, you guys, that's our time for today. Make sure you get everything caught up, right? And nos vemos lunes, believe it or not, right? Lunes. All right, you guys, adios. Reach out if you have any questions for me. Okay, adios a todos. Good job navigating today. It was hard today. Good job. Okay. Adios, clase. Adios.